everyone, welcome to my channel, Tracy Gohrick Light, Hope and Healing. I am a healing coach, energy healer, and spiritual mentor. I use all that to help you get well and stay well. So today I wanted to do another chalk talk, right? So what's come up a lot lately is living your life consciously with a purpose, okay? So what happens is we get into these routines and we just go throughout our day, kind of floating through the day, no conscious effort into anything because we're just so used to everything that we do. We get up, work out, shower, get ready for work, go to work, come home, cook dinner, clean up dinner, get ready for bed, go to bed, right? We just float through the day like that without doing things consciously. And if you want to change your life and feel better and live better, you need to start doing it more consciously, with intentions, with manifestations, with thought into what you want and how you want your life to be. And when you start doing that, you're going to change your life. Okay? So I did something the other day that really changed my life recently, and it totally lifted my spirits because things have been tough for people lately, right? So I got up, I wrote down my gratitude, and then I wrote down things and how I want my life to be. And one specifically, because I was sick about a month ago or 2 months ago, and I was sick for almost a month. I wrote, I am healthy, I am well. And before I write that, I say, I am so happy and grateful that I am healthy and I am well. I'm in the best shape of my life. And I write that down every day, and then I put it in thought and I bring it in and I feel it. And so that is one little thing you can do and start to do to live your life consciously. Do things with a purpose rather than floating throughout your day, because if you do, then your mind takes over from your traumas and just pushes you through your day. And when you start living consciously like that, you learn to pay attention to when your mind's going off track, meaning your mind's going into anxiety because some trauma's triggered you, or your mind's going into fear because something's triggered you. And when you start living consciously, you can see that and you can catch it and stop it. It won't ever go away. You're always going to have that. It's just learning to catch it and getting over it quicker than before. But when you start doing things with a purpose, like I said, rather than floating throughout your day, it will make such a huge difference in your life. So the other thing that I've noticed, and this is like another conscious thing that I've started doing, and I added it to all the meditations that I do on the podcast and on the YouTube, is when we bring in the light, the gold light, into our hearts, open our hearts up, and we send gold light to those that have harmed us. And remember, we're sending it to heal for you, right? And it's to heal the situation, not that you need to hang out with them or be around them or anything. It's healing the situation for you. So what I've added is sending gold light to heal others that you may have harmed. Okay? And I did a whole podcast on this that'll come out in a couple of weeks, that you want to heal and take responsibility for the things that you've done. Okay? So again, this is living consciously, doing things consciously to heal situations. So you want to send this gold light. So anyway, I've been doing this for a couple of months now, and I have had 2 things recently come up that have totally been because of this. And one is, I had a friend a long time ago, it's been about 11 years, and we had a falling out. We were really close, and we would do everything together, but we had a falling out. And it was to the point that I tried to reach out to work things out, and she didn't want to. I think she was so hurt. The thing is, and I want you to remember, I was hurt too, she was hurt. There's always 2 sides to that. But I've been sending this gold light, and she had even blocked me on Facebook. And a couple days ago, her name showed up in a memory on Facebook, and I thought, well, that's weird, because I thought I was blocked. And I went in there, and sure enough, I'm not blocked anymore. So I don't know that will, ever maybe be friends again or whatever, but the sending the light made a difference to heal maybe at least some of the pain for both of us, right? Regardless, it made a difference. And it's about living consciously, finding things that you can do differently in your life that will change the path you're on. Because if you're on a path of pain and illness, fear, anxiety, stress, anger, you've got to change what you're doing. Because if you don't change what you're doing, you're going to stay right on that path. But you can do minor little things to change what you're doing. So another thing that came back into my life recently was so crazy. Probably, gosh, I'm going to go 13, 12 years ago. I was really stressed, having a lot of anxiety. And I talk about this a little bit in my healing and how I got into it. But what I forgot was the first thing I found was Qigong. And I started doing that. But I got frustrated with it because I still had little ones at home and I never had the quiet time to do it. So I got all this stuff for it anyway, and I loved what it did, but I kind of just put it on the back shelf and found other ways to do healing that resonated with me at the time because that's what I could do. I needed healing the way I do it right now to be more simple rather than having to learn techniques. So anyway, this Qigong showed up again in my life. And it's just simple things. And I have a playlist that I'll share in the links of different things that I've started doing again with the Qigong that are, again, another conscious thing I'm doing to change my life. Now, as you go, you're always going to have to keep changing what you're doing because you either plateau or you get tired or you get bored. So you want to keep changing it up and finding things. And there's just so much out there that you can find and change so you're not going on the same path every day. You want to do different things. You want to change up what you're doing. And another thing I recently did, especially after I had been sick for a month, I started writing 100 things I'm grateful for. I had a coach a couple years ago tell me to do that. She didn't give it to everybody because it is a big task to do, and it's something you have to really focus on doing and really put the effort into doing it. And so I decided to do that again. Write 100 things I'm grateful for. I think she did it for 90 days, but I did it for 100 just to have 100. So I'm writing 100 things I'm grateful for every day for 100 days. And I'm on like day 39 now, and it's been amazing. And by the time you get to this day, it's an automatic thing that I look forward to doing every night. And so this is something that really is awesome because when you think of 100 things, that feels overwhelming, right? Well, you can do the same things every day. But what I like to do is I first start out with the things that happened that day. And the beauty of this is when you know you have all these things you need to write that you're grateful for, you pay attention throughout the day and you catch things like, oh, I can write that down today. Oh, this lady was really friendly to me in the store today. Or, oh, this person smiled at me today. Or, oh, I saw a butterfly or a dragonfly. Or there was a pretty bird outside my window, right? Or had a great conversation with somebody. So when you have this, you pay attention to the things that are good in your life. That's why it's such a good thing to do because it's 100 things. So you really want to pay attention and it makes you pay attention to everything that happens to you throughout the day. That's good that you can write down. Okay? And then you go through, so I do all that. Of course, there's maybe not 100 things that day, but then I go through and start writing even my laptop, my crystals, my bracelets, my shirt, my pencil, my notebook, whatever it is. And that's the point also, even the tiniest things you need to be grateful for. It will change your perspective. You do that for 100 days. 100 things for 100 days, you're going to come out the other side a different person. And like I said, I had done it a couple years ago and it really worked. And I knew when I had been sick for a month because I really shouldn't have been sick for a month. But what happened is I got into a low not living consciously, just going about my day because, we're getting worn down here with all the lockdowns and all the stuff going around in the world. It's wearing us down. And so we kind of just go back to living every day, same old thing, without paying attention, without making the effort to improve our life. And that's the thing that we need to do, is really pay attention. And these few things that I gave you today are ideas to help you change and live more consciously so you can heal yourself. Because when you live more consciously, you're paying attention to what is going on in your life. Otherwise, you're missing it. Because our little monkey mind, that's the ones from the traumas that's there to try to protect us, that automatically does things, which puts us into fear, puts us into anger, puts us into stress, will take over. And then our mind runs crazy. When you're living consciously and paying attention, you can catch yourself and you're like, okay, I don't need to do that. Bring it back here. What's the beauty around me today? What am I going to write down that I'm grateful for? Let's move the energy with Qigong. All these different things I talked about are things to help you live consciously. So, I think that's what I have for today. I hope that helped you. Leave me a note in the comments on what you can do to change your life to live more consciously. I'd love to hear different ideas than the ones I gave you today. So let's do a little bit of a healing, because I like to do those at the end of all my videos. So sit back and relax, close your eyes. And if you're driving, stop now, the video, because you could get a little bit off kilter or dizzy with the energy coming in. All right, go ahead and relax. Either lay down or sit up, whatever's more comfortable for you. I want you to imagine the violet flame below your feet. It's coming up and around and through your whole body, cleansing, clearing, and purifying anything. Any negative thoughts that come up, put it into the violet flame. Any fear, anger, frustration, just put it in the violet flame. Now, anything you feel that might have come from others, just put that in the violet flame. Any arguments you may have had, or even a traffic incident or pulling in front of somebody, if they get angry, they'll send, then they don't realize it, but they can be sending you the anger, and you'll feel it and it'll affect you. So you want to just get rid of it because it's not yours to take on. And then finally, the consciousness. Anything you feel like you've picked up in the consciousness, any fear, anger, anxiety, stress, just put it in the violet flame. All right, we're going to take that violet flame and send it back up to God's source, whatever it is you believe in. And we're going to put another little violet flame right in front of you. And as things come up during the healing, just put it into the violet flame. And I want you to imagine gold light coming down from God's source, again, whatever is your belief, going into the top of your head. This time it's going to go all the way down into your heart. Now I want you to open your heart, and we're going to do something a little different than I've done. So you're going to open your heart, and you're going to emanate that gold light coming down in from God's source, and it's going to fill your whole body, and then it's going to fill your whole energy. So you're kind of in this bubble of gold light from source, and you're protected. All this light that's come through your heart, protecting your whole body and energy. Just see that gold light fill up your body and energy. All right, when you feel that's done, I want you now to send gold light from your heart to those that have harmed you. So send that gold light now. Now I want you to add sending that gold light to others you may have harmed. And I'm going to be honest, when I did it, I was not thinking of that person that recently showed up again that I thought had blocked me. So if you can't think of anybody, send it with the intention that goes to people you may have harmed, because we tend to block things that we feel bad about. So send that gold light now to those maybe you have harmed. And if you can't think of them, just send it with the intention that it goes to those that you may have harmed. And it's not to beat yourself up. You're healing the situation because we all do it. We all sometimes on purpose and sometimes not, hurt people. So send it now to those people you may have harmed. And maybe always add in there with the intention going to those that you harmed that you don't know about. All right, now let's send gold light to our family because we want to help them out. It's not forcing it on them, it's just showing them that light's there. And it can really change their day if they see and feel this light. They don't see it, but they'll feel it. So send this light now to your family. Just everyone in your family with that intention. The light will know where to go. And now send this light to everyone in your city. Just put that out there. Send this gold light from your heart, from source to your heart, to the people in your city. Now send it to everyone in your state. And now send it to everyone in your country. And now send it to everyone in the world. This is how we can make a difference and help the world be better. Just being the light and sending the light. All right, when you feel that's done, bring the gold light back into your heart. Leave your heart open. We're going to take that gold light down our spines the rest of the way to our hips. It's going to split at our hips and go down both feet, both legs, down out the bottoms of our feet, down into Mother Earth, wraps around the crystals of Mother Earth, back up the feet, up the legs, back to the hips, connecting back at the spine, all the way back up the spine, all the way at the top of your head, back up to source, and then back down again. So you're getting healing energy right now from source, God, earth, and the crystals. So sit back and relax, and I will send healing now. Okay, go ahead and take a deep breath in now. Hold it, and then exhale everything that came up for you into that violet flame in front of you. We're going to send that violet flame back up to source to transmute. Go ahead, open your eyes, wiggle your fingers and your toes. That's what I've got for today. Go do something you love, something that brings you joy, lifts you up. Do at least one every day. This is how you can live consciously. Then look for the good in everything. And when you see something, say it to somebody. Lift yourself up and them. Try it. It's amazing. And then write 10 things you're grateful for. If you're not doing the 100 things every day, write 10 things you're grateful for every day. Look for the good in things. Look for things to be grateful for. And if all you can find is a pencil that day or a piece of paper, use that and write it. So that's what I have for today. Thanks for being here. I love you all. And